So in this video we are going to see OOPS concept. What is OOPS? First we have to know what is OOPS. So OOPS is an object oriented programming. So it models the real world, and we treat the, for example, if I am taking we are creating one software for a car means we treat that car as an object. So like that we treat the whatever we are making the software, we treat that software as an object. Why we use OOPS concept? So first we have to know why we are using no. So you will see the example and understand. So let us assume that car is an object, right? So the car has some properties and methods. So first of all we have to know what is properties. So properties is nothing but so car model, so car weight and car color. So these are the properties. Method is nothing but is a function uh, to perform a task, like if you want to start the car or stop the car or brake the car. So if you want to put brake, so these are the some tasks, so some action so that are happening, no. So this is known as methods. So these properties and methods putting in one unit which is called class, and which is known as encapsulation. This is the first concept of the OOPS. So this is the advantage of using OOPS. So usually when we without using OOPS, in structural programming, like we will assign only the property values, property and property values. So uh, so this is the advantage of using OOPS, putting these properties and method in one unit, which is which is known as class, and this is known as encapsulation. So this concept is known as encapsulation. So the next concept is abstraction. So abstraction means nothing but, so if you are creating an class for car, so what are will be in the class, which is properties and methods are in the class. So when I declare these properties as public means I can access these properties outside the class. So when I creating an object for Hyundai car means I can access these properties. So when I use this properties as private means I cannot access these properties outside the class, which is I'm creating one Hyundai car, no. So I cannot access these properties when I put these properties in private. So this is the abstraction. So next we are going to see inheritance. So see this example. I'm creating an class vehicle. So vehicle is an class. So what are all will be in the class, which is properties and methods are in the class. Okay. So if you are creating one vehicle like auto or car, right? So what are the same things to common all the vehicles, which is tire, um, so some things will be same, no. So you can write that in, so which will be in the vehicle class, right? So if you are creating one object for car, so here you can see we are creating an object for car. So if you want the properties and methods from the vehicle means how you can access means by using this extend vehicle. So this is known as inheritance. So we can inherit the vehicle class from the vehicle class. So and then you can use these properties and methods from the vehicles. So this is known as inheritance, and this class vehicle is known as parent class, and we are creating one object. So this is called as child class. So this is so if you want to access the properties and methods from the vehicle, you can just inherit the vehicle class by using extend vehicle. And the use of is this: if you creating one object means again you have to write the properties and methods for the car, right? Instead of that, if you put common things in the class, and you can inherit the class and you can use this is so it reduces time, right? So this is known as inheritance. So next we are going to see polymorphism. So poly means many, for morphism means form, many forms. So here I'm having one class, and inside the class I'm having a function. So function is methods. So uh, I'm having two methods, which is add and add. So same with same name, I'm having two methods, and but the parameters are different, right? So here I'm having int a and int b, here I'm having int a, int b and int c. Okay, so when I call object dot add and add means, uh, so which function has to be called is decided at the compile time, is known as uh, static polymorphism or overloading. Okay, so which time the function has to be called is decided at the compile time. So which is decided at the compile time, which is known as static polymorphism or overloading. Okay, now see this example. Here I am having a class person, and I am having inside that method which is teach, and I'm printing that I can teach, right? So again I'm creating an object teacher, and I'm inherit the class person. So I'm inheriting the person class, and I'm using this teach method. So, and I'm changing this I can teach as I teaches English. Okay, so I'm doing, oh, this is known as overloading. So which function has to be called is decided at the runtime, is known as dynamic polymorphism or overriding. Okay, these are the two things, which is overriding and overloading. We can also say it as static polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism. So these are the concept of OOPs. First we have seen encapsulation. Encapsulation means combining the properties and methods in one unit is known as encapsulation. And mm abstraction means um, you're having some properties in class which you do not want to show outside the class. Outside the class means you can just put it in private, or else you can put public, right? So this is abstraction. Inheritance nothing but you can you can inherit the class. So in the class there will be some common things for all the class, right? So if you want to access the properties and methods from the class means you can just inherit the class, and you can use the properties and methods from the class. So this is inheritance. And polymorphism. So poly means many, morphism means form, many forms. um, in polymorphism we have two things, overriding or overloading. So we have many function with same name. So which function has to be called is decided at the compile time, is known as overloading or static polymorphism. So which function has to be called in the run, which function has to be called at the runtime, which is known as overriding or dynamic polymorphism. So these are the concepts of OOPS. That's all guys, thank you.